Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Critical Condition. This is a show where we preview games and movies on a weekly basis. So for all those newcomers out there, hope you enjoy the show. And for all those returning viewers, hit subscribe. Doesn't cost a single thing, but it does really help us out a lot. So I'm your host. My name is Mario. Over here is Mitchell.
G'day guys, I'm back. I'm healthy. I'm good.
Excellent. Good
Let's
to
get
hear.
on to this.
Let's do it.
Yep, let's get on to it.
Alrighty. So on this week's episode, on this week's episode, guys, we find American Made, and on the game side of things, Formula 1 2017. So Mitchell, what is the movie about?
So American Made is about it's a biographical crime film directed by Doug Liman. Mm-hmm. The film is based around the real life story of Barry Seal, who's a former TWA pilot turned drugs and arms smuggler for the Medellin cartel. Mm-hmm. So just from that there, you just kind of like, well, what's this? This is going to be a pretty epic fucking movie. But then he's then recruited by the DEA to provide intelligence where this storytelling differs though. Mm-hmm. He's recruited by the CIA mm-hmm. and is working for them to help counter the communist threat that is emerging in Central America. Okay. So Tom Cruise plays Barry Seal in this. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise, but he looks pretty entertaining in this one.
He does.
Yeah. And so Frank Licari is the ATF special agent Franks. Okay. And Sarah Wright plays Lucy Seal, so his wife in it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the one that was in the bikini in the previews. That's all I took away from it, just the bikini.
You sexist pig.
But motherfucker.
Got you.
Connor Trenier plays George W. Bush in this one. Okay. Yeah. This film is directed by Lehman to be released by Universal. It's the first one that he's done since The Bourne Identity. Okay. Yeah, that's been released by Universal Pictures. Mm-hmm. But he also did Mr. and Mrs. Smith as well.
Okay, that wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. The budget on this one has been set at 80 million. Okay. So it's got a pretty decent budget behind it. So
it does.
Yeah, but while they were shooting in Colombia, mm-hmm. there was a plane crash that happened on film set that ended up killing 2 pilots and seriously injuring another pilot. Jesus. Yeah, the 2 pilots' names were Carlos Burl and Alan Perwin. Okay. And Alan Perwin actually was a co-founder of a company that sold surveillance to enforcement agencies and officers and things like that mm-hmm. in the US. So yeah, it was a pretty brutal. Yeah, it was a pretty severe crash. It was like in severe weather and things like that. So. Oh wow. Yeah, so they were all experienced pilots. So it must have been a bad
spike in the weather.
Yeah, which is not good considering we're going to South America soon.
Yeah, but we're not going to Colombia.
I know, but still.
Wow. I think your white boy is showing, Mitchell.
I am pretty white though.
Jesus. Wow. Okay, moving swiftly along from that. You racist pig.
But it looks hilarious in parts as well.
It does look pretty funny. What was your take? What was the funniest moment from the trailer for you?
Probably when he's crash landed in the suburbs and he jumps out with all this white powder all over him and gives the kid money for his bike and some money for his sister.
He's like, "You didn't see me."
He's just off on the bike.
Oh, that's a good one. One of my favorite moments of the trailer was when the wife comes with a big bag of money and she goes, "There's money all over the yard." He's like, "I'll rake it in the morning." It looks pretty good.
I think that what they've done with this film is they've balanced well the humour with the serious drama of it as well. Because it is a serious movie at the same time as being a comical one. Yeah. Which I think a lot of films miss the mark on nowadays. They try for too much comedy, or the comedy that they use is just pretty much dad humour. Okay. You just laugh at it, just like, wow, that was ridiculous.
Except that for that abysmal movie, Daddy's Home. That's just a bad movie.
I haven't seen it.
Do not waste your time. Yeah, it's bad.
I saw the reviews on that one, and when the title alone, I was just like, no, I don't think so.
Daddy should have stayed away.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
But you know me, my opinions on Tom Cruise. I haven't really liked him since Top Gun or anything like that.
Wait, you like Top Gun?
I do like Top Gun.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, we would no longer be friends if you don't like
no,
Top Gun.
I think everybody likes Top Gun.
Okay.
Yeah, but then, no, this movie sold me on him again. There was that recent movie, I'm drawing a blank on the bloody name of it, where Earth is pretty much uninhabitable anymore on there.
Oblivion?
That's it, yeah.
That's a good movie.
I like that one as well. So
Yeah.
recently he's done a few good movies, so...
I have fond memories of that movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Anyhow, nice. So when's this movie coming out?
It's coming out the 24th of August, so yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely check it out. I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah.
And the next movie that I'm going to be previewing for next week, I'm definitely going to be checking it out.
Nice.
And hopefully we'll have a special guest for it as well.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, man, tell us about Formula One.
So, Formula 1 2017, guys, is made by Codemasters. It's been released on the 25th of August.
Codemasters?
No. No, not that type of cone. Code, like in...
Aww.
So, incidentally, Formula 1 is a yearly franchise that the 2016 version, last year, 82 on Metacritic. Now, so I'm expecting big things from this year's franchise. In fact, there's a new...
Zen?
What?
Zen? You're like...
There's a new emphasis on the career mode of the game. So,
I think that's what everybody wants from games now. Like with sporting games,
Yeah.
everyone wants a career mode.
yeah.
Any game that doesn't have a career mode in it is just shooting itself in the foot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So the emphasis on the career mode sees a revamp into the research and development of your team and the car and things like that. So they've made it more
In depth, yeah.
more in depth, more realistic.
It's a lot more hands-on than what the other one was. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So this one has has up to 115 individual pieces of research and development that you can do to make your car be realistically a pile of trash that sits at the back of the rows to a championship winning team.
Yeah.
Along with that, they've actually slowed down the pace of the improvements that you have during a season of that you make on the car.
Yeah.
So that's more like the real life counterpart, you know. So just because you click a button and it says you research, you're going to increase your engine development by 10%.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you get 5 of those in a season and all of a sudden you're 50% faster than everybody else. You know?
Yeah.
So they're making it a little bit more realistic that way,
Which is good because you play career modes to play for the long haul. You don't just jump in there just to play it for a couple of seasons. Then you're like, oh well, I've done it all. I can go off and play another game now.
That's right. I think the span of the career mode also spans about 10 seasons.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. What's really cool about this one as well, for the first time in the Formula 1 franchise, they're actually having female avatars that you can choose from in the career mode. So that's a growing trend in games nowadays.
Yeah, do you be happy about that? Because every time any MMO, you always play a female character, so you'd be happy about that.
What? Where did that come from?
Because every game, you're like, oh, I'm going to play as a female.
I play as a female, normally as a priestess.
Or a hunter.
I guess I was like an elven. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you identify as a female.
Wow.
I am not judging.
Shit, this derailed quickly. Anyhow, so it's really interesting that they finally have female representation in games. It actually started with FIFA a couple of years ago, and now it's gained some traction, which is really good. There's heaps of female gamers out there.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting.
There'll be a fair few more female peasant FIFA players soon as well, in Australia at least, with the Aussie soccer team.
Yeah.
As they beat Brazil.
Congratulations to the
6-1.
Matildas. That was over a month ago now, but still relevant.
But still, yeah.
So, what's really cool about this game as well is that a couple of years ago, they, I think it was 2014, 13, had classic cars added to the rosters of the game. That's making a resurgence. It's appearing again. So there's a list that I have of the cars that are coming out. The 1988 McLaren,
Yep.
the 1981 McLaren, the 92 Williams, the 95 Ferrari, the 96 Williams, 98 McLaren, 2002 Ferrari, 2004 Ferrari, 2006 Renault. That's the one I believe driven by Alonso at the time. 2007 Ferrari, 2008 McLaren. That was the 2008 one was when Hamilton was like when the McLaren was the team to beat.
Yeah.
And the 2010 Red Bull. That was when I believe Mark Webber and Vettel were teammates for Red Bull.
Is it the Renault that stopped production now?
No,
Or is
Renault's
it,
still there.
Or is it the I know one of those car companies that stopped production. Like they were a big car company and they just went bust. But,
No, everything's come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of those
Okay.
ones, yeah. But it might be a Fiat or something like that. I can't remember.
I'm not sure what. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Interesting. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, me too, but we'll think on it while you do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So along with these classic cars, they're actually going to be playable in career mode. So during the career, you'll get like a special invitational event for you to drive the classic car. So that's how they've
nice.
incorporated it before. Like before, you only could play them in time trials and single races and things like that.
Yep.
Whereas now they've kind of incorporated into the main game. Other modes will include quick mode, championship mode, and a good selection of multiplayer modes like co-op seasons and things like that that have been present in the previous games. What's really interesting, I've always really liked Formula One games.
Yeah.
And I think this goes back to one of my earliest memories of playing a Formula One game. I was living with my sister at the time, here in Sydney, here in Australia.
Yeah.
So this is an Argentina story. This is an Australian story. And my brother-in-law, which had only just started seeing my sister, we went to Blockbuster Video that day, and we rented Formula One for the PlayStation 1. And that night, me and him and a couple of his mates finished an entire career. Well, an entire season. There wasn't a career mode as per se. And I always hold that memory, close and dear to my heart, because I think that's the first time that me and Steve saw each other more like friends.
Yeah, just chilled.
It wasn't like I'm his girlfriend's little brother, so he has to spend time with me.
Yeah.
We both sort of bonded on a mutual interest.
Yeah.
That I didn't even know I had at the time.
Yeah.
So that always brings back good memories of that day.
Yeah, lately I've been getting back into car games. Like my older brother Dallas, he always used to love car games. He was always playing Gran Turismo and Formula One and Rally. And
Yeah.
But it's only just been recently that I've actually been enjoying the newer games. It's probably because the graphics are advanced a lot more and it's a lot more enjoyable for me now. But yeah,
It looks amazing, as you've probably seen with the game footage and the trailers playing behind us. The game looks absolutely spectacular. So a huge shout out to my brother-in-law that lives in New York now, and I think you guys should definitely check this one out. I'll definitely be buying it day one because I love Formula One games. I love racing games. Incidentally, I platinumed MotoGP.
about damn time.
Yeah, it took me a while, but I did it. So overall, I think I'm just back into racing games. The next month is going to be excellent with the release of Pro Evolution Soccer.
Oh damn.
You got FIFA that you're going to get because your favorite player.
Yeah, Ronaldinho's in there, but I don't know because it's going to be in the Ultimate Team that you can only get him, which
Well, you just play that then.
yeah, but the internet here is sucky, so you get matched up against people and your thing lags while theirs doesn't, so it's not enjoyable.
True.
But I'll be getting FIFA because just the new mechanics in it just look pretty damn awesome. So yeah, but we'll showcase that
Next time.
soon enough. Yeah.
Next time on Critical Condition. So guys, if you've liked any of our content today, please like, share and subscribe.
And if you've got any comments or just general suggestions, just put them in the comment box below.
And you can also find us on askuscc@gmail.com.
Until next time, guys, You have a great week. See
Yeah.
ya.